So CIA falling, man. FBI falling too. Hell, Donald Trump tried to take down the CIA. Show you how much he loved America. He tried to take down the CIA, and he hurt him though. He didn't take him down, but he hurt the CIA.
Right.
After him, they were struggling to get their good reputation back, and all the lies that they tell and all the corruption that they do undercover. He bought it all out of his own government. You understand? I think the Lord put Donald Trump in office to help dismantle this place. You understand? So that's it on that. Let's go. Give me that other story, I-Bot. Give me the one that says article first about the black students.
Okay.
There's two. It's the same story, but the first one says article. I want you to read a little bit of the article first.
Okay.
Y'all got to check this out, man. Ice-Cube had that story that song back in the day where on the beginning said, here's what they think about you. Here's what they think about you. Here's what they think about you. God damn, I'm glad y'all said it all. That's my song back in the day. But he was warned against his brothers who left him for some Jewish man. Jewish man taking all their money. Ice-Cube ain't want to get robbed no more. He wanted to leave him, but the rest of them didn't want to leave the Jewish man. So he left on his own.
Right.
And then they came against him, started dissing him on the albums, dissing their brother. And he said, you know what? I'm glad y'all set it off, because now I can unleash on y'all. You understand? Right. And the song started with, here's what they think about you. She's trying to tell them, this is what white people, this is what our oppressor think about you. While y'all trying to cater to this Jewish man who robbing us, this is what they really think about you. You understand? And this story we're about to go into going to show you how Americans really think about you. Go ahead.
This is from AtlantaBlackStar.com. Black students are not safe on your campus.
Black students are not safe on your campus. Go ahead.
UMass enlists investigators to track emails calling black students inferior, suggesting they be sterilized.
You hear that? They said black students. Read that one more time.
Okay. Black students are not safe on your campus.
At the University of Massachusetts, they say that the black students aren't safe on their campus. Go ahead.
UMass.
And this is just the one that's highlighted right now, but all these Caucasian majority colleges and universities, man, we get treated like this. Go ahead.
Enlist investigators to track emails calling black students inferior, suggesting they be sterilized.
Right. They said, you black people are inferior to us, man. You shouldn't even be on this campus with us. You understand? And they don't know who sent this email. You understand? And the university is quote unquote investigating, trying to figure out where it had come from. You understand? So, but this is an email that the black groups on the campus received. Go ahead.
A cybersecurity firm is now at the helm of an investigation into racist emails sent to black student groups at the University of Massachusetts.
Racist email. Go ahead.
The offensive emails targeting students began circulating in late August from the UMass Coalition for a Better Society.
Go ahead.
The school's own police and technology staff attempted to track down the source of the emails, but were unsuccessful.
So they so-called looking to see who the emails came from, but they haven't found them yet. Go ahead.
The school's own...
And it's sure funny how when black people do things, we get caught quick.
Right.
We get caught quick. But when our oppressor do things like this, it seems to be a whole hell of a hardship to track them down. Believe it if you want. Go ahead.
The school's own police and technology staff attempted to track down...
You're right. Who's that? Darkest Yasad? He said they know where it came from. They're protecting their own, like they always do. You're right. Like they always do. They protect their own. You understand? Because it sure seems like it's hella hard to find out what white people, when they do their white racist mess, it's hard to track them down, boy. Oh my God, the firewall, and this and that. We can't figure it out. Oh no, it's so hard. But boy, when they really want something, when something threatening white Americans, boy, they find you quick. Go ahead.
The school's own police and technology staff attempted to track down the source of emails but were unsuccessful.
Go ahead.
The online space makes it quite difficult for folks without sophisticated systems to track down offenders.
We don't have sophisticated systems in the online space. It makes it hard because we're not sophisticated. Go ahead.
Said Dr. Nefertiti Walker,
Right.
UMass Chief Diversity Officer.
Good.
Kawakan. We also have to consider that the people who might be doing this are not trying to be found. So that also makes it difficult.
1,000,001 excuses. Now go to the actual letter. The second one I sent. The second one I sent got the letter in full. 1,000,001 excuses. You understand? If we don't have the sophisticated equipment to track these people down on this social space, on the internet space. They have firewalls and things that blocks us, especially if they don't want to be found. It's really hard to find them. Well, goddamn, I thought this was America.
Right.
You get your guy, remember?
Right.
You get your guy all the time. When they threaten America, you get him. How the hell you find Osama bin Laden in some rat hole? 1,000,000 miles away. You understand? You found him. You found Saddam Hussein. You find who you want to find, and you just happen to not be able to find who you don't really want to find. We know the game. 12 tribes of Israel, we know the game. We just ain't got the power to do a damn thing about it for now. For now. Now I'm going to read the actual letter, man. Y'all listen to this damn letter. Go ahead.
This is from ifunny.com. Hello, Black students of our campus. We are writing to you from a group sharing that sentiments of many students on campus of all races and creeds.
What they saying that they writing to the black students on this campus, and this thing that they about to say and write to us about are the sentiments, meaning are the feelings. This is what everybody thinks. This is what all the races on the other races on the campus thinks about black people, according to this letter. Go ahead.
Except yours, to inform you what we think of the Negro.
What we think of the Negro. Go ahead.
That lovely N-word you hate.
That lovely N-word you hate. Now, these are nice white people here. These are nicer presidents because they didn't actually use the N-word. You understand? They said that lovely N-word you hate. You understand? They trying to be professional with black people, right? Go ahead.
African Americans on campus.
Uh-huh.
We are naturally writing from a non-student account.
Right.
So that we are not victimized by the predictable cries of racism.
They said they're not students. They're not writing from a student account, so don't go trying to get the students in trouble, you know, because they know what? They're gonna be what? A cry, the last couple words?
By the predictable cries.
The predictable cries. We not writing from a student account because we know y'all gonna cry, because that's what you do. The predictable cries of black people, go ahead.
Of racism.
Of racism, read.
And not being inclusive.
Right, and us not accepting you black people. You're gonna cry about that. Go ahead.
We expect the first thing you will do is cry to the administration and media.
You're gonna go tell on us. You're gonna go to the news. You're gonna go to the administration of the university and tell that you've been attacked racially. Boo hoo hoo. They tired of your whining and your begging and your crying, blacks and Hispanics. They tired of it, man. Because you just cry. They show you they hate you. You cry more. They show you they hate you. You cry more. Cry, cry, cry. They don't have to love you. Y'all know that, right?
What?
They don't have to love you. Why keep begging them for it? Why keep trying to force them to love you? They don't have to love you.
What?
If you could focus and take all of your love and all of your affection and your feelings and give it to each other, man. Bring it to the I.S.U.P.K. and we'll teach you how God said to use that love, man. We full of love too in the I.S.U.P.K. Y'all look at us and you see we soldiered up because we are. We soldiered up because we are. You understand? We soldiers up in here and we don't tolerate much BS. You understand? But we love our people more than anybody else. I remember black women used to say the I.S.U.P.K. hate black women. But when they really looked at it, we love black women more than Christians, more than Muslims, more than whoever. We love black and Hispanic women more than anybody, man. Because we know the answers to give them, to make them right, and to get that BS out of their spirit, man. And to bring them close to the Lord. That's love. You understand? Read.
We look down upon you.
Look at that. First thing they said, we all look down upon you, black people. Go ahead.
We instantly know in all manners from your language, which most of you still speak in some broken form of Epononics.
Your language is some broken form of Ebonics. Some broken form of Ebonics. Go ahead, which is a chopped up form of English. You understand? Like, because we don't speak like them, they saying we know you. We know you don't talk like us. You understand? We look down on you. We look down on you. And listen, these ain't even the hateful KKK, I want to kill you niggers type of white people. They didn't even say nigger. They said the N-word. That N-word you hate so much. These are professional white people who think they the good ones. They ain't saying to kill you and destroy you. They just saying we don't accept you. We look down on you. Read.
Or to ghetto speak.
Your ghetto speech. Go ahead.
To where you're from third world sewers.
Third world sewers. Like you speaking your ghetto talk because of where you from, and you from ghetto sewers. Third world, where you from is like a third world sewer. Where they get that from? Donald Trump. Because he publicly and felt it in his heart, called our brothers in Haiti, said they from a shithole country, man. You understand? Really talking about all black people.
Right.
And so now he inspired those good old white people that Donald Trump is talking the truth, man. I can't stand these people either. You understand? He said he can't stand your Ebonics, your broken up English, and your ghetto talk, where you come from, which is like third world sewers. Go ahead.
And America bought and paid for by the U.S. taxpayer.
Right. And America's paying for you. The U.S. taxpayer is paying for you. That's what they think in their mind. They think you black people are using up all the tax money in America, man. Now, that's a whole nother story. When you look at it, America is giving welfare to other countries and supporting them, and nobody looks down on them. The Israel, the Netanyahu, and all them people, Jewish people, America gives them billions of dollars of welfare every year to help them survive and stay afloat and flourish. You understand? But nobody say Jewish people are welfare recipients. Nobody looks down on them.
Right.
It's only us they look down on. You know how many Amish people, man, are on welfare in America? Amish people survive by taxpayers' dollars in America. Jewish people survive by taxpayer money in America, man.
Right.
But nobody looks down on them. They able to have farms and prosper and be wonderful. Why? Because they're Caucasian just like Americans are. And they love their own. But black people, they can't stand us. Hispanic people, you too. You too. Go ahead.
To how you live like hood rats.
Said we live like hood rats. Go ahead. And these are people in college they talking to. But they don't look at them like they equal to them. They go to the same college, sitting in the same class with them. But no, they still look at them like a bunch of hood rats that the university was forced to sit them in a seat next to them. So now they feel like they sitting in a cat with a full-out monkey, sitting in a class with a full-out monkey next to them, and don't feel right. Go ahead.
To how you appear.
How you dress, your flavor. You understand? They don't like it because it ain't tight and stuck up like them. You don't like a tight-ass suit and tie. You don't like the Caucasian college style jackets and clothes all the time. You like your flavor, man. You got the spirit of the Lord in you. And the Lord said we ought to be holy, which is different. Holy means different or separate from these other races or nations, man. That's what the Bible said. So the spirit that the Lord put in blacks and Hispanics is a whole nother thing from the spirit that's in our oppressor. You understand? So we are not the same. We don't feel things the same. We don't think the same things are cool and fly.
Right.
You understand? And they know it. But they got the power so they could talk down to us. Read.
To how you appear, fro hair, big lips.
Your hair, your afro, they call it fro hair. Your big lips, it said.
Okay.
Your lips, they don't like your big lips, black people. Don't worry, black woman, I love your big lips. I love the big lips of the Israelite. But our oppressor, since he can't look like you, she can't look like you, they jealous of you, man.
Right.
And they hate you for it. You see them Kardashians get stuff stuck all in their lip, man, and look like your lips. They got to get surgeries, man, that have lips like you and behinds like you and breasts like you and curves like you. And then the rest of them, they'll tell you you're ugly for having those things. Afros and big lips. Go ahead.
Black skin.
Black skin, all that dirty black skin they talking about. And black skin is beautiful, man, and they know it.
Right.
Nobody want to look like them. You understand? That's why they in the sun trying to get a tan. What you think a tan is? They trying to darken up a little bit. Black skin was so bad, the hell you darkening up so much for?
Right.
Go ahead.
You are different. Regarding your intelligence,
wait a minute. Say you are what?
You are different.
And that's heavy that they said that, because we are. The Lord said in the book of Genesis, 2 manner of people shall be in thy womb. That's what 2 manner of people mean. Manner meaning your mannerism. We are different from them. And when we were in the womb, Esau and Jacob shared the same woman's womb, man. We were in there together fighting each other.
Right.
From the beginning. And the Lord told their mother, 2 different type of children are in you. 2 different people, man. And then as we became a nation, the Lord gave us a law and said, you Israelites are to be holy, for I am holy. And holy means different, to put it in a modern term. In the Bible, the Lord tell you holy means separate. Like we separate from what they do, how they live, their customs, what they like. We separate from that. That's what holy means. And if you want to clear it up and bring it into a modern term, it simply means different. Holy means different. We are different from all the other races on this earth, man.
Right.
Because we got the spirit of God inside of us, man. You understand? And our natural culture is a whole nother system and world of rules from them. So we are different. Go hold that. Go to Slack. I'm gonna come right back to that. All right. Okay. Give me some couple scriptures. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I'm gonna show you just how different we are. Because they telling you different, and you probably feel bad. No, we're not different. We all bleed green. Don't fight against being different, man. I know when they say different, they mean we're worse than them. When they say different, but this is the truth. I'm about to show you the truth. We are different, but our difference from them is the fact that God made us better than them.
Right.
That's the world's greatest kept secret, man.
Right.
We were created better than our oppressor. We better than the Chinese. We better than the Caucasians, man. We better than the Japanese, Australian. We are better than all the people on this earth, man. They got power over us. The people that are richer than us right now, we are better than them. We were made better, created smarter than them, man, wiser than them. You understand? So we are different, but that is a good thing. Read Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
I told you what the Lord said. He said you holy unto him, meaning we are different. We are different from all other people, just like the angry white people said at the University of Massachusetts. You are different. Read on.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee.
But listen, because we different, it's a good different, man. Because why? The Lord our God chose us, man. God chose us to choose. What does choose mean? It means preferred above others. I got 10 fly leather jackets in my closet, man. But this black one with the UPK shield on it, this is the one I choose. This is the one I prefer above all the rest. This is my favorite jacket. So when the Lord say, I've chosen thee, it means we are his favorite. We're his favorite black man, Hispanic man and woman, North American man and woman. And that's a beautiful thing to be, the favorite of the Almighty God. Read.
To be a special people.
Check that out. He chose us to be a special people, and we are. That's why we're different. That's why our oppressor could sit in a business office downtown somewhere all day and drink coffee and fill up with coffee and do paperwork and get on the internet and do the work and conquer businesses and close deals. He can do that all day. He got a woman home, soft, you know what I'm saying, full of sex and intimacy. He'd rather be at the job and work late. Baby, I'll be there. I'm working late tonight. I'll see you maybe tomorrow. I'm going to sleep in the office. And he'll fill up with his coffee. That's them. That's how they roll, not I, or not us, not the Israelites.
Right.
We looking at the clock and can't wait to get out of here. Your supervisor say, hey, Stephen, you want any more coffee? I don't want no more coffee. What time is it? 3 more hours. Damn, we ready to get out of there, man.
Right.
All we can think about is that soft woman home waiting for us and how we gonna knock her back silly when we get home. Just to get the stress of being around these people all day off of us.
Right.
We are totally different people, man. Read. But it's a good thing. Go ahead.
To be a special people unto himself.
Special people, man. It said that what? The Lord have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Go ahead.
Above.
Wait a minute. Read that again.
Above.
Above, man. Read it again.
Above.
Equal to, I-Bud.
Above.
Similar to, I-Bud.
Above.
Well, God said not only did he choose us, not only are we special, not only are we the best people close to the Lord, but he said we are above. Above is not equal to. Above is not we all bleed red, so we all the same. God said above. He put this word in here.
Right.
Above what, I-Bud?
All people.
Above what?
All people.
Wait a minute. Now, Americans would say that's racist, right? How you think you above other people? That's racist. How you blacks and Hispanics think you above everybody else? How you Native American Indians think you better than everybody else? That ain't right. That's racist. We all are humans. We all the humans, dude. Well, you Caucasians, you don't have hue to be a human. You understand?
Right.
You lack hue. You lack that thing called melanin that the Lord put in all races, man.
Right.
But when it comes to the Israelites, the Most High said we special. You understand? He said he chose us, and he said we are above all people. That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. And Christ said in the New Testament, for all you that think you believe in the New Testament and that is different from the Old Testament, Christ said, I have not come to destroy the law or the prophets.
Right.
Meaning he didn't come to change nothing in the Old Testament. It's all still the same. It's all still valid.
Right.
And God said that we are above all people. Read.
That are upon the face of the earth.
That are upon the face of the earth. So if you a person or human and you on this earth, God said we above you.
Right.
God said that the 12 tribes are above you. Sorry. Our God just made us better, and that's that.
Right.
We will not conform to your lifestyle or your ways or how you do things in life. So you can hate us all you want.
Right.
You can hate us and talk about these big lips and these afros, and you could talk about it all we want. We know you're jealous.
Right.
And we know we're better than you. So like Exodus 19:4. We know we're better than you. That's all. And it's a beautiful thing. You understand? And one day soon, they're going to know and acknowledge that we're better than them. They're going to see that we're better than them, and they're going to say it out of their mouth that we're better than them. You understand? We got no power to do that right now. But the Most High, the Almighty God, or the Almighty power of Israel, he got all the power.
Right.
You understand? And he's going to show our enemies soon, man. Exodus 19:4. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19 and verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians.
Listen to our God. Our God is bragging. He boasting his power. You understand? Because he's a real living God that can kill you when he wants and rescue you when he wants. He can make you poor when he wants and make you rich when he wants, because he is alive. He's not like that rock over in Mecca. He not like the cobblestone, the black stone. It can't help you. It can't hurt you. It's an idol. He ain't like this Mary statues in your church or the white Jesus cross statues in your church. He ain't like your idols and your false gods that can't do nothing but sit there and get dirty. You got to clean it off or it'll get dusty. If you don't clean your gods off, it'll get dusty. They got to clean that cobblestone or it'll start looking horrible. You got to clean them statues and dust off that church, all your gods and your idols you pray to. How you going to pray to something that gets dirty, man? Come on. Scripture say in the Apocrypha, when it disrespected them idols, the Lord say a bird, if he make droppings on your gods, the God can't even clean it off. You know what I'm saying? Right. Bird drop on the idol face, on your God's face, and he can't even move to wipe it off. He just got to stand there. Why? Because he a statue. Somebody made him. He ain't even real. But nobody shits on our God. Let me say that again. Nobody can shit on our God. Excuse my French. You understand? The Most High said, y'all see what I did to them Egyptians, right? Read.
And how I bear you on eagle's wings. And brought you unto myself.
You saw what I did to them Egyptians, right? I killed their firstborn. I turned the water into blood. I put locusts on them. I put boils on their buttholes, man. You understand? And hemorrhoids. You understand? I plagued them with diseases and botches, man. Sent the flies on them, the frogs. I did all that. You saw what I did to them, right? And you saw how I brought you out, because you my children and I love you and I got mercy on you. I brought you out on eagle's wings, man, and made you safe and brought you to me to worship and get my laws and commandments. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed.
Now think about all that I've done for you. Now all you got to do is obey my voice. Obey my laws in this Bible. These rules I got for you on how to live. Obey them. Read.
And keep my covenant.
And keep my covenant. The promise that I made with Abraham, where y'all going to obey me and I'm going to bless you and destroy all of your enemies. Go ahead.
Then ye shall be a peculiar treasure.
Look at that. The Lord said, then you're going to be a peculiar treasure. And we take this serious in the ISUPK.
Bruh.
We want to please the Most High. And we remember what he did in Egypt. We remember how he brought us out on eagle's wings, man. And we want to obey his voice. We fight every day and we teach the world they better obey his voice indeed. You understand? Indeed, meaning your actions. Follow these commandments and these laws. You got to actually do them, not just know about them. You got to do them. What did it say after indeed? He said, obey my voice indeed and keep his covenant, man. And like I said, we take that serious, man. This bond, this covenant we got with the Most High. We obey him in the I.S.U.P.K. and we don't have no mess, man. We don't have no mess. And anybody that know us knows that if they come up in here trying to act like they us and they not obeying the Most High, then they better fear us.
Right.
They better fear us. Read.
Okay. Then ye shall be a peculiar treasure.
A peculiar treasure. Go ahead.
Unto me. Above all people.
There it is again. A peculiar treasure the Lord called us if we obey him, man, and act like we his proper children. A peculiar treasure above all people. Read.
For all the earth is mine.
Look at that. Because all the earth is his and he created it. So if we obey him and we his peculiar treasure and he put us above all people, guess what? This earth going to be ours. Because he's our father. He gonna give us everything that he have, man. If we only obey him. Read.
Okay. Verse 6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests.
Here we go. Once again, I am priest General Micah Allah, and this is priest officer Ibad Hayah. The Lord said we will be a kingdom of priests to him. Go ahead.
And an holy nation.
And a holy nation, man. A holy meaning nation means race. If you didn't know, because I know a lot of you listening that ain't in our school, you don't even know what words mean. Your nation is your race,
Right.
who your forefathers are. You understand? Your what they call it, the tree, your family tree. That's your nation. It's not where you at. It's who you descend from is your nation. And we descend from Israel, 12 tribes. He said what? Read it again, the last line.
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests.
Go ahead.
And an holy nation.
And a holy nation, man. A kingdom of priests and a holy nation. Nation means race. Holy means different. Separate from other people, man. We are to be a holy nation or a different kind of people, man. A different kind of race from all the other races. Read.
These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
And these are the orders that the Most High gave to Moses to give to us, man. To give to us. Now, where we leave, did we leave off some? Go back to the story, the letter that they read to the University of Massachusetts students. Go ahead.
Regarding your intelligence.
Now they talk about our intelligence. They hate black people because we think different from them. Our thought process or how we understand things is holy. It's different from theirs. You understand? Go ahead. Theirs only seem right and proper because they in charge. And their witchcraft and sorcery and enchantment coming out of the TV makes the world believe that their way is the right way.
Right.
When the Bible say they didn't turn everything upside down. Go ahead.
You are clearly stupid.
They listen to this. This is what they think. I don't care if they marching with you. I don't care if they hands across America with you. The ones that don't admit it with their mouth in front of your face, it's in them, built in deep down inside of them. And they might fight to keep it down. They might fight to try to show that they understand your plight because they've been fooled to think that white Jesus said love everybody. So it's a conflict inside of them. The thing that the thing that they was born with, that hatred for you, like Esau and Jacob fighting in a womb, they got to battle that with their feeling that, oh, white Jesus said we got to love everybody. And so they battle that and they fight that, you understand? And they try to suppress it way down. And they say, I'll march with you guys, man. That was wrong what they did to George Floyd. I'll march with you. And they go march with you. But when the when the sugar honey iced tea hit the fan, they know who they're going to side with. They know who they're going to side with. And one thing they never did, one thing they don't do, they don't go to war with the ones that are murdering you. Like there's a lot of they people that murder you and want you dead and they'll tell you they want you dead and will try to kill you right in front of your face, like the police and these other American citizens. And there's the other ones who won't do that. And they'll say, you're wrong, police. You're wrong, citizens, for hurting black people. We're all the same. They'll say that, you understand? But if they really, really was on our side, they would go to war, physical war and violence with their people who hurt us. You understand? But that they don't do. So they never stop the problem, which means they're part of the problem. You understand? Read. It said we're stupid, black people. They call us stupid. When I say black people, I'm talking about Hispanics and North American Indians too, because we all the same people. Read.
You are clearly stupid.
Uh-huh.
And while not all students know the average IQ of a black person is 75.
They say our average IQ is 75. Not all the students know this, but they trying to drop the truth in their eyes. I know a lot of my brothers and sisters, my white brothers and sisters don't know, but the average IQ of black people is only 75. Go ahead.
It is abundantly clear that you possess a lacking intelligence along with an elementary grasp of subjects that most of us learned in high school.
You hear that? They say you're so stupid and dumb and your IQ so low that black people, you lack the elementary grasp of subjects, meaning you can't even understand normal college subjects. You come here getting these subjects, but you don't understand them like we do. We the smart ones, and we look at you like, oh, these black people are so dumb. They're so stupid and dumb. You understand? They say most of the stuff we learned in high school, you trying to figure out now while you in college. And once again, that comes from the systemic racism in America, because our schools, a lot of them are not as educated as our oppressor schools. But that's their hand also.
Right.
It's like they beat you down and keep you down and never give you the right information you need, and then say it's your fault you don't have that information. It's your fault. We slaves in America, man. We can't make them teach us certain things. We don't make the decisions on what's being taught in the schools. For sure, we don't have the power. You understand? So whatever's lacking in our schools, all oppressor schools, they got all that and more. They probably got college books in some of these Caucasian high schools, teaching them college theories and different things that black schools don't learn. So now once you get in college sitting in class with our oppressors' children, you behind the ball, because that's how they set it up. That's all on purpose. That's all on purpose. Why would they send you to their children's school being as smart as them? They don't even look at you like a proper American. They don't even look at you like a citizen. You understand? Go ahead. Slocky, if I can get a scripture. Give me Deuteronomy 4:1. I'm gonna come right back to that. You understand? The world, they look at us like we stupid and dumb, but you know why? You know whose fault that is? That's the fault of the Christian church. Because the Christian church, they cater to our enemies. They've been catering to them for years and decades, man. These politicians and all them, they've been selling us out to our enemies for a long time. You understand? And they don't fight to get us what we should be getting, you know, in our schools. If us being their slaves, they're not going to educate us, then our leaders should have been fighting for us to have our own and create our own education system and educate our own children and give us the proper permissions and certificates and things where we can operate our own black schools and colleges, man, just us. And we could do it and not be under their regulations. You understand? But they'll never do that. They can never let us be free in any way, because if they left blacks and Hispanics alone, and I ain't saying help us, if they only left us alone and took the oppression and the terrorism off of us and just got away from us, they feared that we would take over the country. And you know why they fear it? Because we would. Because we would. We would take over this piss-ant country, man. Because our oppressor is not that smart. They're not that smart. I used to work with them at University of Penn, man. The so-called top professors up in there, man. And they were dumb. Dumb beyond belief. They did dumb things. I was just security way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And I used to go in their offices and you know, talk to them and do different things, make sure everything was good. And I used to see the stupidity that they did, man, and how dirty they was and how nasty they were. You understand? They up in those rich offices and you think, you know, they rich and smart and got it all, but they filthy animals up in there, man. They still the same old cavemen that they always been. You understand? Deuteronomy 4:1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, the 4 and verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel.
Oh, who?
Israel.
Oh, Israel. Go ahead.
Unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you.
Go ahead. The statutes and judgments that the Lord taught us. Read. We had an education, man. And it started with our God and his laws and statutes, which are the highest wisdom on this earth, the highest knowledge on this earth. So he taught us statutes and judgments. Go ahead. Oh, Slocky. He taught us, statutes and unto the judgments. Go ahead.
For to do them.
For to do them. Not just learn them, but to learn them and to do them. Go ahead.
That ye may live.
That we may live. Because knowing what the Lord's saying, understanding and obeying his word, he destroys our enemies before our face, man. He destroys our enemies before our face. Anybody that ever has came up against the I.S.U.P.K, the Lord has dismantled them. The Lord has brought them down and shamed them. You understand? Because we don't bother nobody until they bother us. Read.
And go in and possess the land which the Lord God of your fathers giveth you.
Verse
2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you.
Go ahead.
Me-
Go jump down to 5.
Verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me.
Like, we had an education, and it was the best kind of education. See, the church take our people and open this book up and supposed to educate us in the wisdom and the knowledge of the Most High, but they don't, because they don't understand this book, man. The scriptures say it has been hid from them for generations, man. They don't understand this book. You understand? They don't even know that they the 12 tribes of Israel. They don't even know that all these blessings and wonderful things is to the 12 tribes of Israel. They never even knew that Jesus is black was in the Bible until we taught them. They never knew that it said the disciple. Peter was a dark-skinned man. Solomon was a very dark-skinned man. That all the Jews were dark-skinned. They never knew it was in there, man, until we taught them. They never knew slave ships were in the Bible until the I.S.U.P.K taught them. You understand? They never understood this book. And so it's impossible for them to teach the congregation what God is saying if they don't even understand what he's saying. Read.
That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
And we had a hell of an education, man. You read the book Babylon and Timbuktu, page 90, I believe it is. When Israelites went into Africa, running from the Romans. It said in Africa, we had mathematicians, we had scientists, we had professors, we had all type of things that created a higher level of society, it said, man. We had educators, we had cultivators, we had engineers, man, while we was in Africa. We was building houses and building things. We knew geometry, trigonometry, all them type things, man. Let alone the farmers and the fishermen and the hunters to feed ourselves. We were self-sufficient, man. We do not need the oppressor to survive.
Right.
We do not need him, man. All we need is the education from our God.
Right.
But because the church have caused us to depend on our oppressor and look to him for everything, even our education, the world looks at us as a bunch of weak bastards, man. And they right. We are a race of weaklings because we look to this white man like he's God. We look to him for everything. Read.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom.
This is what?
Your wisdom.
This is our wisdom, man. The education of the Most High is our wisdom. Go ahead.
And your understanding.
And our understanding. Read.
In the sight of the nations.
In the sight of the nations, man. In the sight of the nations. Go ahead.
Which shall hear all these statutes. And say, surely this great nation.
And they're going to hear about our laws and how we live according to the Bible. And they're going to hear how our God told us to live. And they're going to say, man, I never thought to live like that. I never thought to wash up every day. I never thought to put water on myself every day. You understand? To get this stink off me. When the Lord he gave us laws to wash when we were unclean. You understand? We had these laws. They were still, listen, they just recently figured out the earth wasn't flat. The Lord told us thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, he said the circle of the earth in the Bible. So we had a hell of an education, man. And when the world saw this, when the heathens saw how we were educated through the Most High, they would say what? Surely, go ahead.
This great nation.
They will look at us as a great nation, not a weak nation. If we were educated through the Most High, in his culture, his statutes, his laws, his lifestyle, they would say this is a great nation, not you are stupid and weak with 75 IQs. Read.
Is a wise and understanding people.
This is what they're supposed to do to you. They're supposed to have respect for you. Because you wouldn't be a begging ass race of people because of this church begging them for rights. Please give us the right. We want to vote. We want to vote fairly. Let us eat while we in this long line of voting. Let us get water while we in this line. It ain't right, Mr. Oppressor, that you stop them from feeding us while we standing in this line for 6 hours trying to vote for you. We weak, man. Weak beggars, man. We were supposed to be looked at as a wise and understanding people. Read.
Verse 7. For what nation is there so great
This is what they supposed to say. Go ahead.
who have God so nigh unto them?
But in church, you ain't got God close to you. In the Muslim mosque, you don't have God close to you. A lot of you Christian Israelites, you following after Jewish people, you don't have God close to you. A lot of you still think we African and you worshiping African religions and gods. You don't have God close to you. But if we followed and obeyed the God of Israel, Yahweh, man, as Israelites, they would look at us and say, you know, we are wise and understanding nation. Read on.
As the Lord our God is in all things
Go ahead.
that we call upon him for.
Read.
Verse 8. And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous?
They would know we are righteous people, man. But you can't say that about church. You can't say the education from the church is so wonderful and great and righteous. Because when you look at the choir, it's a whole bunch of sissies on the choir.
Right.
And we know that ain't righteous. When you look around the church, half the women in there is dressing like whores now. And we know that ain't righteous.
Right.
And we done heard about all the rumors and the witnesses of your child molestation, man. And your adultery, sleeping around with each other all up in the church.
Right.
Bunch of whores up in the church. We know that ain't righteous. You can't say that about church. And when I say church, I'm talking about the Muslim mosque too.
Right.
Because you niggas running around talking about Assalamu alaikum, you still celebrating Christmas.
Right.
Muslims celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving. And neither one of them got nothing to do with the Arabs.
Right.
Or your Assalamu alaikum. And the Lakers almost won. You understand? All of you are Christian, man. And so, what was the last line say again?
And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law?
Right. So all these Christian, Muslim, all these religions, none of them are righteous. I grew up amongst Muslims, hell. And I know under them ninja suits that them sisters wear, there's a freak under there.
Right.
I know firsthand. Confession is good for the soul. Under them ninja suits is a whole Christian whore up under there. You understand? None of them are righteous. Read.
Which I set before you this day.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Only take heed to thyself
Right.
and keep thy soul diligently.
Only take heed to be careful and keep your soul, man. Read.
Lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen.
Lest we gonna forget the history that our ancestors went through and was supposed to pass down, man. Teach your children. They teach their children. They teach their children. And we were supposed to have this knowledge. But once again, our oppressor got his hand on us, put us on slave ships and murdered our historians, murdered our elders who would pass down all our great history and royal history and righteous history. And then taught us, gave us a re-education under him of Christianity, because he knew that would make us weak. He knew that would make us weak. But thanks be to God, Christ said in the book of John, I'm going to raise up everything my Father gave me in the last days.
Right.
And here we are. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah. Here we are. The water commander, GEN.YAHANNA, man. The Lord chose the right brother to stand up and hold this nation up. And now we all get our original education back, man.
Right.
And they can't fool us with their movies and make us think they great. They can't fool us with their pictures and their religions to make us think they great. We know that we are greater than them. And that a day is coming where the Lord going to smash them and make them all disappear. You understand? Take heed to yourself. Keep your soul diligently, lest you forget the things that your eyes have seen. Go ahead.
Unless they depart from thine heart all the days of thy life.
And because of the Christian church and the Muslim mosque, all the things of the Most High God of Israel, it have departed from our heart. It have departed from us. So now in the University of Massachusetts and all these universities, they look at black people like we weak. Religion is weak. Religion weakens a man. Being an Israelite, this is not a religion.
Right.
What religion is don't murder your brother?
Right.
What religion is don't steal from your brother?
Right.
What religion is don't worship no idols, only the living God?
Right.
What religion is don't covet what your brother got?
Right.
Don't commit adultery. What religion is that?
Right.
It's not a religion. Those are laws that our God gave us, man.
That's right.
Being an Israelite is not a religion. It is a race of people. We
Right.
come from an actual man named Israel. He's our forefather, man. He had 12 sons, and we are the children of those 12 sons or 12 tribes.
Right.
It is a race. It's something you got to be born into. It's your nation. It is not a religion, man. Religion makes you weak, and this letter to the black groups at the University of Massachusetts is proof of it, man. It's proof of it. They think we're weak because you beg them, you vote for them, you cry and complain all the goddamn time and march. How the hell you gonna march talking about no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace? Meanwhile, you say, no, we peaceful protesting. We're peaceful protesting. How you gonna peaceful protest and scream no justice, no peace?
Right.
Because black people never even thought of that. They never even think, what the hell am I doing out here? I'm screaming no justice, no peace, like I'm threatening them, like I'm gonna make them afraid, when we done signed a contract that we are gonna be peaceful out here. You understand? It's ridiculous, the mind state that they have us in. You understand? And we don't even realize. Scriptures say, if your darkness is light, how deep is that darkness?
Right.
And blacks and Hispanics, in our mind, the things that we think is smart and this light is still ignorance and darkness, man. Which means the darkness we in is like a deep double darkness, man.
Right.
We walking on the streets totally in dark. That's why the Lord called us the living dead, man. That's why he called us dry bones, the walking dead. It's ridiculous. We were finished the end of that? Where we at? Read on.
Kawaka. But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
Okay, no sweat. Let's get back to the story.
Kawaka.
Like we were supposed to teach our children, like I said, and our children teach their children, and their children teach their children, so forth and so on, all the way down. But we lost that, man. But we lost that. We lost our heritage. We lost our culture. We lost it all. You read Jeremiah 17:4, it tell you we was going to discontinue from our heritage. That was a future prophecy. He said we was going to discontinue from our heritage that the Lord gave us, man. And our heritage was this Bible, man, the Torah, these laws and statutes, this way of life, what to celebrate, what not to celebrate, how to think about things, the wisdom in it, the understanding. That was our heritage, and we lost it because of your goddamn religions, man. And I see a lot of our brothers and sisters, they think they got Hebrew names, but it's Jewish names you got.
Right.
You don't have Hebrew names, you got Jewish names. Yosef, the O and the E, Yosef, that's a Jewish name. That's not Hebrew. Yisrael, and Shalom, and Yahweh. All those are Jewish terms. That's not Hebrew.
Right.
You think you got light, but you still in the dark, man. You still in the dark. That's the quickest way for me to delete you. I get friend requests, Yosef ben Yehuda, requesting my friendship. I can't do it, brother. I can't do it. I can't. What do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? You're Jewish. The hell do you want from me? Come in this class, man. Do your time. Get a legitimate Hebrew name. And then maybe you could be my friend. Scriptures say prove a friend.
Right.
I don't want no Yosefs or Ben Yehudas as my friend. You understand? Come correct. If we're going to do this thing, let's do it right. How you going to be out here trying to be Hebrew Israelite, trying to worship the God of Israel, and still be ignorant and stupid and wrong in your Jewish ways? Stop being Jewish, man. Come back to the home of the truth. Where we read.
Herein lays the problem with your presence at our college.
Go ahead. Now, this is the problem they got with us being at their universities. Go ahead.
You simply did not get here on merit.
Right. They say you didn't earn your way here. They think you a welfare case. that the college had to bring so they could say they got black people here. Go ahead.
Believe it or not, students are not the only who think this.
Go ahead. Students, they saying it's the go ahead. I'll let them say it.
And know this, it is a common fact that a black person can score hundreds of points lower on the SAT, but also professors and TAs.
They say students aren't the only ones who think we don't belong in those classes next to them, but the professors believe it. The teachers, your instructors believe that. The TAs, man. You understand? They all believe that, according to this letter, that they all believe we stupid and ignorant and don't belong in those colleges. That we just a welfare case, man. Go ahead.
I am sure you can see it in their faces and behavior towards you.
You see? Because they know that these teachers, even though they teaching black people, that they racist and can't stand us either. And they right. And they right. And they say, I know y'all know it. Y'all feel the racist. Y'all feel the hostility that comes off of these professors in these colleges, especially these majority white colleges. Y'all feel it. Go ahead.
The only reason 99% of black students are at UMass is because you were given an easy pass.
Because you were given an easy pass. You didn't work as hard as us true Americans. You didn't work as hard as us true scholars. You just a high school fool that they let up in here just to be politically correct. You understand? You got it?
Be easy pass. And this applies to every other post-secondary institution.
This applies to every college, post-secondary. That's after high school. That's what post-secondary means. Every post-secondary institution of education or school. Go ahead.
Not only do you lack intellectual chops.
They said you lack intellectual chops. You're not smart at all. Blacks and Hispanics, that's what they think of you. Go ahead.
You never truly fit in with campus culture.
You don't fit in with their campus culture. You don't walk around in the white groups because they won't let you in. And if they let you in, they let you in to ridicule you and emasculate you. You understand? So we don't want to be with them like that. Most of us, some of us do still try to walk around with them. I see them. One little black girl walking with the three oppressors with maybe two Chinese people walking in a group like they all the same. They know you're not the same with your damn nappy hair and your braids. They know you're not the same with the way you walk. You don't walk like them. You don't talk and think like them, but you fight hard to mix in and blend with them and be their friends, and they look at it as weakness.
Right.
Go ahead. No sweat. Slocky. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me how I'm gonna do that. Okay, I got it. Give me 1 second, audience. Let me grab something. I'll open it here for you. It's the article. It's the funny. Okay. No sweat. It should be close to the end. Where you at?
Kawaka.
You can make it bigger if you need to.
Not only do you lack intellectual chops, you never truly fit in with campus culture or any cliche on campus.
Or any what? Where we at?
Cliche.
Any clique.
Any clique.
No, so we don't fit in to campus societies the Caucasians fit into. We don't fit in with their cliques or their groups. A clique is a group or a club or something that they got together. We don't fit in with them. Why? Because remember in Genesis, the Lord said 2 manner of people will be separated from thy bowels. We 2 different people. The Lord said, be holy, which is different. We just different. So we don't fit into their cliques. We got our own cliques. You understand? And the fact that we don't just have our own cliques and be amongst us and not give a damn about them, the fact that we try to join their cliques and then realize we don't fit in with them, they look at us as weak, man. Read.
On campus, and the only reason we engage with you,
the only reason why they even tolerate or engage with us, he's saying, go ahead,
is out of fear of being called racist and your forced imposition.
Your forced imposition. They don't want people calling them racist out loud, so they cover that up and they try to tolerate you. You understand? And because of your forced imposition, man, because you imposed yourself on them forcibly, they don't want you around, but you walk amongst them anyway, come to their schools and sit amongst them and try to chime in on their conversations. You force yourself into their world, they're saying. Because you do that, and we don't want to be called racist out loud, we tolerate you, he's saying. This letter's saying. Go ahead.
White people, Asians, Hispanics, almost none of us truly want to interact with you.
He said nobody, no other race wants to interact with black people. Go ahead.
We only do.
And a lot of that is true, because a lot of our Hispanic brothers and sisters, they don't want to deal with us either, because they didn't fell for the sorcery and the witchcraft pushed by our oppressor. You understand? But once they find out, you done had a lot of Hispanics and Latinos, they come into the I.S.U.P.K and find out who they really are and who their brothers are. And brother, they got a love that you know, it's one beautiful to experience.
Right.
Our Hispanic brothers and sisters and Latino brothers and sisters, they got a love in them. Once they realize we all family, they got a love in them that's wonderful, man. All 12 tribes got to come together, man. Read.
We only do so because it is required.
You know, this is, you know, from Caucasian aspect, they only interact with us, they only tolerate us because that's the rule. That's what's required. Read.
The entire history of black people in the U.S., unlike every other superior ethnic group.
The entire history of what?
Of black people in the U.S.
The entire history of us, they saying. In the U.S., go ahead.
Unlike every other superior ethnic groups.
Is unlike every other superior ethnic group. So basically they saying every other race is better than us. And our history in the U.S., read.
Literally every other single one, including Asians who are richer and more educated than whites, is one of imposition.
They say our entire life in the U.S. is one of imposition. Go ahead.
On our society.
On our society, meaning you imposing on them. America's their life. These certain colleges is their life. And you black people, man, you imposing on them by even wanting to come there. By even wanting to be a part of this society. You imposing on these good white folk. Stop imposing on them. That's what the letter's saying. Begging us to leave them the hell alone. Go ahead.
Every cry, every whine.
Listen to that. Every cry. They think we a bunch of crybabies. Every cry. Every what?
Whine.
Whine. Who whines? A baby whines. Children whine. But they saying us as a race, we whine because we do. Because of your religion makes you weak. The church makes you weak. The mosque makes you weak. And you think begging these people is going to make them accept and love you. They say doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different result, is the definition of insanity, man. And these people that showed us that they're not going to love us no matter how much we march and beg them and appeal to them and try to love them. They're not going to share that love. But we keep doing it, man, which means we are insane. We are insane. They saying we're opposing on their life, trying to be next to them. And they said we're crybabies, every cry. And they said we are a race of whiners. Every cry, every whine. Go ahead.
Every demand stems from a place of rejection.
Every demand we make. I want freedom. I want this. I want that. They say all of that comes because they reject us. Because they reject us and we sad about it and we mad about it. So we protest and we march and we demand things and we want this and we want equal rights with them and we want an equal life with them. We got a life. We got a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness too. When they know that was for them, not us. But when we say it, they realize that all of our demands come from a place of rejection. They done rejected us and we mad about it and trying to force them to accept us. Come on, black people. Come on, Hispanic people. Look how they looking at us, man.
Right.
As opposed to how they supposed to look at us in the Bible, man. Come back home and re-educate yourself so we can be strong. Read.
You must beg the rest of
You
society
hear this? They say you're a bunch of beggars. You gotta beg the rest of society. Read.
to accept you
Uh-huh.
and allow you in, because otherwise we would never interact with you.
They would never even deal with us if we ain't beg them. Please give us rights. Please treat us fair. Please, please. A bunch of beggars. They look at us like little children, man, that they'd rather not be around. Go ahead.
The natural inclination has not subsided.
Go ahead. And that natural inclination of them rejecting us and us begging them to accept us, it still goes on. That's what not subsided means. Not went away. It still goes on. Go ahead.
You people should seriously consider doing the human race a favor.
Listen to this. They pleading with black people to do the human race a favor. Go ahead.
And getting sterilized.
And get sterilized. They don't want to kill you. They don't want to murder you in the streets. They just want you to get sterilized and don't have no more children. So eventually you'll die off. You'll die off naturally. And you won't be imposing on their good American air. We breathe in the same air as them, and that offends them. That offends them because they look at you like you're weak, like you're animals, and you're disgusting, and you're a bunch of crybabies and whiners and weaklings. And it's the fault of the Christian church.
Right.
And it's the fault of the Muslim mosque.
Right.
And it's the fault of all of you religions, man. Religions make us weak. And listen, if you say, I don't follow no religion, I'm just spiritual, that's a religion too.
Right.
And it makes you weak.
Right.
Go ahead.
I'm not being facetious.
He's not joking around. He's not just trying to be smart or asshole. Go ahead.
You should consider undergoing a surgical procedure
They would like us to have surgery as a race. Go ahead.
to remove your gonads.
To move these testicles from off of us. So we ain't putting no more babies in no more women and having no more children. Go ahead.
Thereby sparing
Uh-huh.
human race exposure to your DNA.
And that way we'll spare the good human race from us, man, and our people. Go ahead.
The world will thank you.
They will thank us. Go ahead.
Thank you for reading our letter.
That's it. So let me see. What? Can I see? That's what they think about you, man. Here's what they think about you. You understand? That's what they think about you. Get me First Ezra in the Apocrypha, 8th chapter and 84th verse, and it's almost time I had to end with this here. I'll get into the questions I have next week. And again, send in your questions and we can go into that next week too. But this is what they think about you, man. They think you're weak and they'd rather you just die off and go away. Why? Because you done built this country already. They rich now. They the #1 superpower on the earth. They just were like they done used you for 400 years of slave labor. They're over 400 to build this empire. Now that they got the empire, they don't want to give you a reward for it. They don't want you to live good like them. They just want you to go away. They hope you die off. They hope you get sterilized and die off. You understand? Read this. And a lot of you still trying to get with them. This is what all of them think deep down inside, whether they say it or not. And a lot of you brothers are still trying to get white girls. A lot of you sisters, you still looking at some of these called oppressors' sons like they handsome or some mess, man. Like you can get with them, especially when you in entertainment. Go ahead.
This is the book of First Ezra, chapter 8 and verse 84.
Go ahead.
Therefore, now shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons.
So this is part of the education that we were supposed to receive from our God. We would know better. We would not be joining our daughters to their sons, man. We wouldn't let them have our sisters, man. Our sisters are too holy and precious, man, to give to those pink animals, man. We wouldn't be allowed to give our daughters and sisters to them. Read.
Neither shall ye take their daughters unto your sons.
And we would not be allowed to take little Debbie or little Susie and give her nasty pink rosy cheek behind to our sons, man. It was against the law. This was our education not to mix with them. Read.
Verse 85. Moreover,
And even more than that, the Most High is saying, go ahead.
ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
You shall what?
Never seek to have peace with them.
You Christians ain't never read that. And this is in the Bible. You get a King James 1611 Bible, it's in there. The book of 1st Ezra, 8th chapter and 85th verse. The Lord said, moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them. Who in the hell told you got to live equal and at peace with all people on the earth, man?
Right.
I guess some pastor told you that, huh? Some imam told you that mess, huh? Well, God said, never seek to have peace with them. Never. Because peace with them means your weakness.
Right.
Peace with them means your destruction.
That's right.
Your demise. That's why God said, never seek to have peace with them. Read.
That ye may be strong.
That what?
That ye may be strong.
Because if you seek to have peace with the oppressor, you will never be strong. You will never be strong, man. Seeking peace with them makes you weak.
Right.
And our people knew this once upon a time. The Lord just said it, man. He said, never seek to have peace with them so that you can be strong. That's easy to understand. Read.
And eat the good things of the land.
And eat the good things of the land. Be blessed by the Most High. If you didn't seek their peace and you stayed strong under his education, under his laws and commandments, you would have blessings from him all over the place. Go ahead.
And that ye may leave the inheritance of the land unto your children forevermore.
And we would regain our inheritance that we lost by joining religions, by joining America. We would regain our inheritance and be able to give it down to our children and be a strong race of people again, man. A strong race of people. The Christian church and the Muslim mosques have weakened us in the eyes of our oppressors, man. That's the bottom line. And only the universal practical knowledge found in this Bible, this is the only thing that can make us strong.
Right.
The only thing, man. That's why we are the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge. Why? The knowledge and education of the Most High, it's universal, meaning it applies to everything. And it's practical, meaning it's something you can do in a way you can live every day. It's practical. You can actually live like the Most High said to live. You understand? And we're going to gain fame on this earth, man. And when the Lord bring our enemies down, we're going to rule this earth, man. We're going to, one last one, Daniel 7 and 18, Salakia. One last one, y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging in there. We're going to rule this thing one day, man. If we return back to the Lord, we getting our inheritance back. You understand? Only the Bible can make us strong. You understand? And then when our king returns, brother, and those 200 million black angels with him, everything getting back in order. Everything getting back in order. When our king give the order, we're going to show that we strong again. You understand? All of us ain't weak. The I.S.U.P.K. ain't no weakness in here, like I said earlier.
Right.
We don't believe the witchcraft and the lies of our oppressor. We don't believe them one bit. We don't want their women. We don't want their sons. We don't want their friendship. We don't want their peace. The only thing they can give us that will satisfy us in the I.S.U.P.K. is their blood.
Right.
And I'm just being real to you. I'm just being real to you. I ain't telling nobody to go out and take their blood because that's against the rules also. And we obey the Most High. We ain't supposed to do that right now. But a day is coming where our king going to return and we're going to get our orders. And in that day only, when our king give the orders, then ain't going to be no more begging in that day.
Right.
Ain't going to be no marching and please give us and can we have. No. This is what it's going to be in that day. Daniel 7 and 18.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 18. But the saints.
Who are the saints? The Israelites. It's all over the Bible. The Lord say, Israel is my saints. So the saints, go ahead.
Of the Most High.
Of the Most High God of Israel, go ahead.
Shall take the kingdom.
Shall what?
Take the kingdom.
Shall what?
Take the kingdom.
Ain't no begging in that day. When we get our orders, we taking this goddamn kingdom, man. We taking this place. Ain't no negotiations, ain't no deals, ain't no contracts being signed. We taking this place over. Read.
And possess the kingdom.
And doing what?
Possess the kingdom.
And we're going to possess this earth, man. We're going to possess this place, meaning own it. We taking it from our oppressor. By the power of the Most High, through the orders and guidance of our King Yahawashi. We're going to possess this kingdom. Go ahead.
Forever, even forever and ever.
And that's that. We're going to have this thing forever. With that, I'm going to say shalom, Israel. Hey, the water y'all on what is it called? The Clubhouse, man. The water y'all for tuning in on the Clubhouse. The water for everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube. Shalom. Send in your questions. Once again, AskYeTheProphets@gmail.com or send a DM message in to Ask Ye the Prophets on Facebook. I'm not sure how the Clubhouse work yet, but if y'all can get messages in or send messages, my brothers, Officer Ibad will get them, or Officer Yediah or myself, we'll get your messages, you know what I'm saying? Or send them directly to the email, and we can go live with your questions, man, and answer it all. With that, I'm going to say shalom. I'll see y'all next week. Love you, Israel.
I want you to stay strong in the spirit of the Lord. Hey, listen, if you like this tape, hit the like button and share it, man. Hit the share button. Everybody share it to their own personal Facebook accounts. Share this video, man, to wake up brothers and sisters all over this earth. Hit the like button. Check me out Monday night. I'm live every Monday night. I bring the heavy hitters in. We do it up live right on this same channel. I'll see you then, Israel. Y'all take care.